Alright, welcome to Totally Tractors and More. So if you watch the channel, you know my son and me have a 2020 Polaris Ranger. It's a 570 LE. We're currently trying to make it street legal. So we have the windshield on at the back window. We have a rear view mirror. We have some side view mirrors coming for it. But we did order this kit. So what this kit is made by MCS Adventures. MCS Adventures. Okay, so this actually is a signal kit and a horn. So my son is going to go ahead and start unboxing it. I'm going to record this, and we're going to see what comes in the kit. We're going to lay everything out nicely onto this table. So, as you can see right now, we have this a horn. We have miscellaneous parts that are something. We need this rubber piece. We can't lose that rubber piece. That's important. So we got wire harnesses. Now, the whole idea why we went with this kit is this is supposed to be a no cutting into any of the factory wires kit. If I believe that, no. Hopefully it is as said, but again, we don't know. So it is cold up here a little bit in upstate New York. So we're working in the garage. I know the garage is a mess. We have a heater currently going in here. We turned on our ceramic heater. It's not ceramic, it's infrared. So let's take a quick look at what we got here. So it comes with directions. Comes with a bunch of directions. Comes with the kit for, so I'm going to set you up, try and set this thing up somewhere, the camera, so that I can start recording and I don't have to worry about, I have so much junk in this garage though, it's packed. As you can see, we got quite a bit of RC cars in here. My son's quite an RC car collection going on. And oh, there's more on the other side. Go figure. Couple boats but yeah, there's quite a bit of RC cars in here. So we have anything from gas to electric. Primarily we have electric because they work better to us. But here we go. So back to the wire harness. I got sidetracked. So I'm going to take the camera, set it up on top here. I want to see what we're looking at over here. I think we're looking at the table. So I am going to start going through some of these parts on the table to see what we have here. So everything over here, the instructions are pretty detailed, I think. So hopefully that's going to do good. So it starts with step 1, and then well, there's like 2 step 1s. So there's all the real instructions are right there. So he's got more instructions here. These are useless papers. Just leave them here though, we might need them. Those are the main so these are the real instructions, my son said. So, what do we got in the kit? We got a horn. The kit comes with a horn. The kit comes with a wire harness that has the factory lights, the plugs that go onto the end of the taillights into the taillights. So for a 2013 or newer Ranger, as my son said, comes with, I'm not sure what this is for. This is a, okay, so this is a chassis ground. Okay, so that's important. Then it also has this, this is a column, the column signal indicator. So this is going to mount on the steering column. Has the up for left, down for right, whatever. Then it has a horn button on the end. So this is a horn. This is how the horn will activate. It has should not be exposed to water, mount in a dry environment. Okay, so they've got some warnings here, and we'll have to figure out what each of these what these are for. I'm sure now I got to drill a hole for this. I hate drilling into the machine, but we will. So that's that part of it. This is forward-facing sequential LED turn signal bar. Okay. Alright, this must be the wire kit for the turn signal bar. Alright, so let's open that kit up and see what we got. Like we said, we're laying everything out. Alright. Oh boy. So let's see. We got a spaghetti jubilee here. So this looks like a
left turn.
So this is like a complete wire kit.
That's right turn.
Front to back.
All that is for the right. This is all for the front. I meant left.
What are those little ones for right there?
The back. The bar goes in the front. The two little ones go in the back.
Okay, so the front have two LED strip lights like this for turn signal lights. So there's a left and a right. Now the rear, okay, here's the rear. The rear has these smaller round LED turn signal lights. So it looks like they made everything kind of nice here. Like looks like it's all like kind of plug and play. So our biggest thing, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to figure out, you know, how we're gonna run the wires. We want to run the wires so they're not going to be in the way, so they're not hitting anything hot in the engine compartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the machine and I'm going to look at how the factory wiring is ran and try and follow that as much as I can back to the taillights. So we also did order, on top of this kit, we also ordered like a fender kit. So the fender kit is an enclosure kit that goes underneath in the wheel wells to keep the mud and stuff. Because I don't know if anybody's familiar with these Rangers, but that bed is completely exposed to mud and all the crap. And so is the front half where the rear wheels are, where the battery goes and some wiring. So it's a piss poor design on Polaris's part. So they sell fender flares that actually protect that space. So my son's and mine's step now is we're going to start going over the machine here. So I'll pick up the camera. I'm going to start looking where the factory wiring goes. I mean, you can look at it with me. And so what we're going to do first is we are going to pop this hood.
It's already unlatched.
So the hood's unlatched. And one thing Polaris does do that's nice is like when we added the winch to this Ranger, because it didn't have one, so we added a winch. They give you a power bar here. So you can get power right here to most of your auxiliary equipment. So adding the winch was actually quite easy. Now it looks as though I'll have to get a light. You want to go grab one of our bar lights that we can see in here?
Like this one?
Yeah, I don't care. Something that plugs in. We can plug in. Yeah, we can plug it into the ceiling here. So we're gonna get another additional light, and then I want to see. So we'll probably have to lift up under here, and yeah, there's a couple places we're gonna have to go through here. So we're gonna have to put the tilt wheel all the way up. Tilt wheel will go all the way up. Lift the seat up. So we have the bed. Let's see what we have here. So right now what we're doing, we're just scoping out the job currently. So we're trying to figure out right now. Okay, see, this just provides. What are you doing? Stop! I want it right here.
Tilt it down or no?
I want it right here, so it's not shining in the camera. All right, so it looks like they got.
It's not going to shine in the camera if you don't have it pointing at the camera.
So we got some wire harnesses here that go through. We have switches. So there's a lot of plastic places I can actually, if I had to drill a little hole, or I could find a spot in there to go through. And I can follow some of the headlight wiring back. It looks like it all ties in. Some of it ties in down over here, and then it goes back through. So there's going to be some spots that we can. Right, so that goes through down in there, and then the tail lights. Let me look and see where the tail lights follow through. So the tail lights come up the middle. Alright, I'm going to have to get another light so I can look back here. So the taillights look like they go... What are you doing with that, kid? Excuse me. So, let's see. Oh, okay, so here. The taillights come to a Y harness here, and they follow the frame. See, these go to the taillights, the LED taillights. Let me get some light back here so you can actually see what we're doing. Alright, my son's working on hooking up an extension cord. So, I mean, this is going to be a tedious, time-consuming little job. I mean, this is not going to be like 1, 2, 3 and we're done. You know, you want to take your time and you want to get this to you want to get this right. This is not something you want to rush. So, here's what we got. Here's what we're looking at here. So, if you can see, looks like the taillight wire harness follows right up the frame here, goes in through into a nice block of wires under there. Okay, see, this is why I'm getting the enclosures. I told you I was getting those fender flares. This is exactly why, because all this right here is exposed when you're riding these Rangers, and then you got all this crevices underneath the bed that just fill up with mud. And it's just a bad design on Polaris's part. You pay all the money for these things and you think they'd give you some enclosure, but they don't. So we ordered enclosures for it. So it looks like we're going to be following some of this through the firewall. Let me look a little more inside here. We might have to get a little light. This light is a bit of a big light, but let's look inside here. So, I might have to get my cobalt one, Caden. This is a big light. Alright, so this wire harness, the taillights come into this wire harness. Let's see. This looks like it opens up, and it does. Okay, this is a fuse panel. Okay, so everything goes to a fuse panel. Okay, so that's good. So the lights plug into there. And then we'll have to follow everything back up through the firewall. So I'm assuming everything runs up through the middle. I might have to take apart the floor in there. I'm not sure. But anyways, so this is going to be part 1. This is the overview of what our plan is. So I am going to start looking at this a little further without the camera, so I can start seeing what I have to do. So maybe start laying everything out, and we'll take it from there. So again, this is 2020 Polaris Ranger. This is a wire harness kit for turn signals. Like I said, we're trying to make the Ranger street legal. This is from MCS Adventures. It's supposed to be a full, complete, no cut, no splice kit. I don't know how true that's going to be, but we'll find out as we go. So anyways, this is Totally Tractors. We'll continue the process here and continue showing you what we're doing, but this is part 1 of, I'm not sure of how many series yet. So like I said, we're not going to rush this. Alright, take it easy. Alright, welcome back to the channel. So, this is a continuation of the part 2 of the Ranger turn signal light install. Once I learn how to edit, I will be able to do this better. So we came up with a plan. So it says to start at the back, but we did mount, just so you can see, I'm going to come around. This was step 1. It said mount the turn signal, the left-right turn signal indicator into the machine. Can you give me my light? So what we did was we mounted the left-right turn signal into the machine. Now this is just the wires that come off of the turn signal, but as you can see, it's well on there. Problem is we have a tilt wheel, and it said that you should drill the holes here forward, which we did to give it more room between. So we're talking about these holes right here. I drilled extra holes to move it forward, but it still doesn't allow the tilt wheel to go all the way up. So that is something we may address sometime in the future. I'm not sure yet, but or get a different type of bracket. But that's what we got there so far. That was step 1. Now, this is the wire harness that goes to that. Come on, Jinx, move. We did remove the floor pan there in the UTV, so that is removed. Next is the actually the taillight installation, which is quite simple. You don't have to remove the taillights. However, we have this taillight already mounted. So this one's already mounted, so it's pretty much a plug and play thing. So what it says to do is you want to take, so we unplugged the taillight. You don't have to remove the taillights, but we did. So, yeah, they were dirty. So I'm putting just a little bit of, like, just touching each prong separate with dielectric grease. They recommend going around the connection. So what this is going to do, this is the OEM connection. So the OEM connection is going to now come down into here, and it's going to plug into this connection on the wire harness kit. So what we're going to do is just put a little bit around this. This light is very, very, very bright. So we're going to put just a little bit around this kit. Just a little bit around here. It's like just a little seal, a little extra. And like I said, I'm just doing inside here, if you can see, there's just each pin. I'm just touching each pin just a little bit with a little dab of dielectric grease, just a little bit, just enough to maybe like keep water intrusion. So what this will do is just go in like this now, pushes in, and there, that's the wire harness. So now this is going to connect to the OEM taillight. So the OEM taillight, once we put this through here, okay, and I am mounting the wires as I go through. So I'm going to take a little bit of the dielectric on this end. No, we didn't do this one, we did the other one. So we'll put some on there. Did I dab the taillight? Yes. Alright, so we dabbed the taillight. So now we're going to push this one onto here. And that makes the waterproof connection for the connected to the harness that came with the kit. Now he's going to screw them in. We are going to go start looking underneath. I'll show you what I'm doing under there as far as zip tying. Excuse me, bud. So this is... Come on, Jinx, watch out. So this is a little bit tedious of job here, because you want to make sure, you know, everything looks good. So what I'm doing is, I've got, if you look down here, this is the wire harness. So what I'm doing is I'm taking all the extra wire, and I'm zip tying it up where it should be. So I'm making everything tighter. And then I'll have to run this harness up the middle of the UTV. I watched I didn't watch anything. I'm learning on my own here how to go. There's really not too many instructions on how to do this. So we might have to make a loop back here, maybe it looks like. So if I have to make a loop, I'm going to make a loop. Let's see, where are we at? I can stand you guys up on the ground over here so you can maybe just watch what I'm doing up here. I'll tilt you guys back in. Can you see what it's looking at? If it's looking up at the wire harness or not? Or fix it so it is. So this wire harness, and so there's quite a bit of extra wire loom on this.
It's looking on.
We'll see if it's looking at it's doing its job. Caden doesn't like being my cameraman. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
It's annoying sometimes.
Yeah, but he wants this done very badly, so he'll be my cameraman if he wants this done. So how does it look like it's doing good where it is?
Yes.
Alright, so this is pretty much all we're doing currently right now is we are connecting up, like I said, running the wire with the zip ties. I want it to be a nice, neat installation. I don't want a dirty or sloppy installation. I don't want the wires giving me problems in the future. So figure might as well take the time now and zip tie it up. The next thing I gotta figure out is it's got a big clump of wire going on down here. So I don't know if you can see that big clump of wire, but there is a big clump of wire here. So I'll probably end up coiling this up somewhere and yeah, mounting it nice and neat somewhere. So let's see how we do with that as we go. Hopefully we're getting a good shot of this. I'm not sure what we're getting a visual of here, but that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm trying to make this look good. So we're gonna coil this up. I think I'm gonna coil this up like this and zip tie it with a larger zip tie right there. The only thing is I don't want anything getting caught in that tailgate, so I got to remember that. So if I bring that over there, and if I zip tie this one up to this corner piece here, that should work for that. So this is all like pretty much a matter of preference. They tell you that in the owner's manual how you want to run your wiring. So can we shut this tailgate, bud?
Yeah.
So shut that tailgate for me. Get out of my way. So I pretty much want to try and I want to take care of everything before it's a problem here. So I want it to look good and I want it to last. So luckily we have the garage because it is cold out tonight. So it's a good thing we have this to pull this in the garage and turned on some heat in here because it's a lot better with the heat on. Alright, so we have extra wire here and we have extra wire here that we're going to zip tie to this. The only problem is I can see maybe is I got to watch when we do the tilt bed, dumping the body. So that dumps there. If it's on top of it, no, let's not put it on top of it. Let's put it over here. Probably zip tie it right to this. So that would probably work right there. So we're gonna go ahead and use a little better of a zip tie to go through because we'll go around to all of these wires right here. We'll go around this metal piece. I'll show you what I did up here. Are you farting? Oh. That's my son over here farting like it's on camera. It's a 14-year-old boy for you. What can you do?
You did one and then you made me
walk
over there.
I did not. There's no farting on camera, Keenan.
That was you.
My son is over here ripping them.
That was you. That came out of you, not me.
Anyways, we're trying to do a professional video here, but this is what I got to work with. My son farting.
You did that second one.
My son
You did that one.
ripping farts like it's...
You did that one.
Anyway.
You did it stinker.
Alright, so I think, let me show you what I did. Get the camera, show you what I did with this. So this is what we did was we went in to that tail light. Actually, I want to tuck that wire up. I didn't realize that one was hanging down so far. Let me go back over there and tuck this one up somewhere because that one should not be hanging down that low. So we'll zip tie this one up right here. See that? Alright, so let me put you down right there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Oh, and there went the camera. Just fell down on itself.
Where is it?
Alright, so here we go.
Where is it?
It's over here, the camera. But gonna zip tie this one up to here. So this is just little things that you want to do. Like I said, they have no guidelines as to how you want to run these. It's a matter of preference. I want to just take care of it right away, so it's not going to give me an issue. So I'll try and get the wires ran all nice, so they're all hid, tucked out of the way. So, especially once we get that mud kit on this, too. Alright, so, next is we're probably going to tilt the bed. Caden's going to hold on, I'm going to move. Caden's gonna get that light. No, wait, Caden. I don't know if there's water in it. I don't want to get dumped on. Alright, so wait, let me move and move my camera. No, the light is underneath it. Alright, so now we're tilting the bed. And of course the phone rings at the most opportune times. Let's see who that is. Alright, so spammer, so just hang up on that. Alright, so now my next plan is Kaden, we need the light up in here.
The light's right there for you.
So Kaden, you're come on, you're my assistant, let's go. So he wants this done, but now he's
I said I would do it.
you would do what?
I said I would help me do it. This is not me helping you.
No, the grease is in the bed. Alright, so this is I'm trying to work neat. My garage is a mess because I got RC cars everywhere and I have no room for nothing. So next is I need my grease. Alright. The grease and the tools. Try to keep the tools organized a bit. Now, next is we're going to start running probably the harness up towards the front. So we're going to have to run it up. And I'm thinking, let's see, where's my other light? That one. Alright, so now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run that back.
It has to go on the bottom.
Okay, then. And we're going to run it, other people ran it along this frame rail, which is where the OEM wire is, so I may do that, up and over, and then into the firewall somewhere up in there, or through up the middle, actually, underneath and up, because it doesn't have to actually go into anything over here, so I have to bypass all that and run it up through the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video momentarily, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to route it, and then I'm going to go ahead and start filming again. So that was part 2 of the light install. Alright, welcome back to the channel again. Sorry about the bright light. So what we did was we took the wire harness, we connected it up the way we told you back here, okay? Then we meticulously or methodically, we ran it up through here, okay? Up underneath here, so it's hard to see, but I ran it in with these wires here, up through in. I'll show you around. We took off the floorboard like we said. So we took the floorboard off. We ran this in through here. Now I got to run that wire up into the front and connect it into the harness. There came with a turn signal light, so this turn signal here will flash when the signal is on. It comes with a left-right flasher too, but we're not going to use a left-right flasher because the wires that are on it are already waterproof and butt connected and everything together, so I don't want to do that. Now this here is a speed control for your flasher, so there's a little knob here on the top. You turn that speeds up the 4-ways or slows down the 4-ways, or your signal, as you're turning your signal left or right, that will speed up or slow down your left or right turn signal. So next what we're going to do is we're going to run that wire up through underneath the firewall there, up where I have the wires ran probably for the winch. I'm going to zip tie everything in there. We're going to connect everything up to that, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and I got to figure out power. It's got to be power for this from something. I don't know where that would come from, if it comes from the taillights or what. I didn't even look at that. But that we have to look at. I have to figure out where power comes from. So we got a few more steps to go, but we're moving right along. I mean, this is where we're at with this so far. This is just going to be a little short to show you where we're at. This again is putting a a turn signal kit, horn, 4-way kit on our UTV. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, so we're going to start running the harness up through here, okay? Then we ran it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, and then we're going to run it up through here, Welcome back to the channel. This is Totally Tractors. So we did complete the installation of the four-ways and the horn on the UTV. Did you tighten that bolt, Caden?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we did was we zip tied everything up. So it comes to a power block up here, okay, which you can control your four-way speed. So the four-way speed can be controlled with that box there. But what we did was it has all this extra wires, so we looped it. We ended up mounting the horn here, so the horn does work. So it's, and it is very, very loud, the horn. So, alright, so that's what we did. We ran it all up underneath the body. Everything is zip tied nice and neat. You saw the zip tie as we were going. The only thing I'll clean up tomorrow probably is I'll clean up some of these headlight wires because I don't like those. So I'll clean those up tomorrow. So this horn kit includes, what it includes is a hazard. So I'm going to have my son quickly run through. So he's going to turn on the hazards for us, the four ways. So that's the four ways, which is very cool. So I'm going to go back and show you the rear. So it actually uses the existing tail lights, which is really cool. See, it's using the existing tail lights as the turn signals. Alright, okay, turn off the headlights though. Are the headlights on? Alright, turn the left on. Left. Now turn the right. Right. Alright. Now we're going to come up and see the front. So that is now, alright, so that's the right turn signal, and that'll be the left turn signal. So I mean, everything's working, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, alright, so let's turn on the headlights and see if they're still bright. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright, so we have turn signals. We're going to take it for a ride now, just because that's how we are. We did all that work to it. Hayden, why are you having such a hard time? You're going to break it. You're going to break it. Alright, so we're going to go for a ride quick. Alright, Totally Tractors. Take it easy.